Hello dear students, I hope you have performed well in your first test. So we are just stepping into the third chapter. The previous chapter we just discussed about the skeletal system and how many bones are there, how to take care of the bones and muscles, and what is a muscle, a joint, etc. So now let's move on to the third chapter, that is food and health. Another few points I have listed here. Let us discuss one by one. Now first let's see what are nutrients. So what are nutrients? So every day we don't take the similar kind of food each time. For example, morning chapati, afternoon chapati and again night chapati. Do we eat? No. We have different diet plans, diet menu for each session per day, isn't it? So just we'll have a plans there. So for example, if a person will have idli in the morning, idli with milk, afternoon rice, then sambar with some of vegetables and fruit salad, and again in the night with 2 rotis and vegetable rice. Just this menu, which I have given the example, just think of it, it is not of similar kind. So what are these nutrients is the complete diet per day what we take, it should be enriched with almost 6 to 7 major constituents. Those are carbohydrates, proteins, second fats, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage and water. Okay? So first carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage and water. So we have 7 constituents of the food, and these constituents are known as nutrients. So the thing is, if we are practicing a diet is nothing but the food, right? So the food what we consume, it should be enriched with all these 7 important nutrients. Now let's see what is balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? A diet which consists of all the nutrients in the required amount according to the age, gender, okay, and also the session, whether it is morning or afternoon or evening or night, depending upon that. If you are consuming all the nutrients in the required amount, then it is called as balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? A diet which includes all the essential nutrients in the required amount is known as balanced diet. Is it clear? Okay. Next we have food pyramid. So what is this food pyramid? We know what is pyramid, right? So what is pyramid? Pyramid is a triangular like structure, right? This is what I am drawing, this food pyramid. the nutrient which is at the base, the quantity is more, the length is more, width also is more, and this has to be consumed more regularly. Okay, and for example is rice, that is all the cereals, and potatoes, which is rich in starch. Okay, so every day we have to consume more carbohydrates. Is it clear? That is why it is taken in the base of this pyramid. So this is a pyramid, right? Triangular shape like figure. In triangular shape, we have taken carbohydrates to the base. What does it mean? This means that intake of carbohydrates should be surplus. It should be more every day. And which are all the food items which are enriched with carbohydrates? They are the different types of cereals and also the potatoes. Next priority is given to vitamins and minerals. And that, which are all the good fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables. That too, green leafy vegetables. So this foodstuffs is enriched with vitamins and minerals. Whereas coming to proteins, it is meat, milk, egg, cheese, etc. These and also the whole grains, pulses, right? These food items are enriched with sufficient, enormous of proteins, right? And the last, very little amount of fat should be there in our daily diet. So what are these fats? What are all the food items, you know? It is oil, nuts, butter, cheese, etc. Right? So these all the food items which contains fats. So dear students, what will come to know after referring this food pyramid is, as we go from base to the top, the priority is given like this. Carbohydrates should be more, this is given the base. It should be taken more, consumed more. Then second priority is given to vitamins and minerals. Third, it is proteins. Very less amount of fats. No? Very less, because it is tapering. This indicates that the food items which are enriched with fats should be consumed very, very less in percentage in our daily diet plan. This is a complete schematic representation of food pyramid. Is it clear? So what we discussed? Nutrients. What are nutrients? It consists of all the 7 important vital constituents of the food. These are called the nutrients, right? Next, balanced diet. The diet which contains all the 6 nutrients, they are called as balanced diet. And about the food pyramid, I will explain you which has to be taken more and which has to be taken less. Now let's see how, according to the age and gender, we have to consume certain foods. For example, growing children. Then women, okay, then laborers, so growing children, women, then laborers, then athletes or the sports person, or the person who is suffering from obesity. Okay, what type of diet these people should have? So growing children should be provided with more proteins. It's for growth and development. No, even the cells should grow and also the tissues, right? It's a growing stage. We have to give enormous or more of proteins to the growing children. Next, coming to women. For example, especially the pregnant women, right? Pregnant and nursing mothers. Nursing mothers. So these both especially, they should have more iron containing food and also the calcium enriched food, right? They should eat sufficient iron and calcium enriched food along with fruits, vegetables, milk, everything. For growing children, more proteins is given. Meat, fish, milk, right? Egg, pulses, grains, everything which are enriched with the proteins. That is given to the growing children. Whereas for women, and too especially pregnant and nursing mothers, they have to provide sufficient amount of iron enriched food. Just like drumstick leaves, drumstick, all those things, they are rich in iron. Green leafy vegetables, carrot, all these things has to be given to the pregnant woman. And also nursing mothers, because they have to take care of the little baby, right? And hence, if the mothers, they are getting more energy, more calories, more foodstuffs, right? They can take care of their baby with the milk, feeding the milk. Next, calcium enriched food. Next, we have laborers. The laborers, one who does the hard work, they need the strength instantly. So carbohydrates and also the fats. These two nutrients are provided for laborers. One who works, they cut up the house or they work on building the roads or the dams, all these things. They need sufficient of carbohydrates and also the fats. Next we have athletes and sports person. Even these people, they need carbohydrates, and also the proteins. Then we have the people who are suffering from obesity problem. That is, obesity is nothing but overweight. More than the age, they'll just put on weight. The people who are suffering from obesity should have less fat. They have to consume very less calorie food. That is, they should not have much of the oil or meat, like more the foodstuffs which is enriched with the fat. If they go on consuming more fat, again the obesity will be increased. So the people who are suffering from obesity problem, they should have very less calorie food, and preferably if they go with vegetables, fruits, sprouts, that is more than sufficient, right? Accordingly. Okay? So obesity is a stage or it's a case where the person puts on weight more than his age. Okay? So dear students, today in this class we discussed about what is nutrients or what are nutrients, then balanced diet, how we call a diet as a balanced diet, then food pyramid, and the last it is like different age groups like growing children, women, laborers, athletes, and the concept called obesity. So growing children should provide with more proteins, that is milk, egg, cereal, that is pulses, grains, etc. Also the women, especially pregnant and nursing mothers, they have to be provided with iron-rich food items, food varieties, food stuffs, then calcium-enriched food items, then laborers, they have to be provided with carbohydrates and fats in adequate. Athletes, sports person, have to consume more carbohydrates and proteins. And people who are suffering from obesity should have very less calorie food such as vegetables, then green leafy vegetables, fruits, etc. So dear student, this chapter is very much important, and whatever you study or learn through this chapter, that has to be applied practically in your daily diet. watch the video and refer the textbook. Take care. Bye.